We still have a minute and a half. Yeah. 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 Same guy. That's his aliases, yeah. 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. Good morning, and thank you very much for coming to Police Headquarters. Today, I'd like to introduce to you Detective Constable Scott McQuoid of the Sex Crimes Unit, who will be updating us on an investigation into a child pornography.
Good morning. I'm here to discuss an investigation into child pornography. A man was arrested, and it's alleged that this man was responsible for luring a child over the internet. It's further alleged that this man was making, accessing, possessing, making available pornography over the internet. This man was posing as a teenage girl, and he was reaching out to other teenage girls. This man, James Jim Vanderberg, 57 years old, of Toronto, was arrested and charged with 5 counts of making child pornography, possession of child pornography, accessing child pornography, and making available child pornography, and luring a child under 16 years. He appeared in court at 2201 Finch Avenue West on Wednesday, July 23rd, 2014 at 2 p.m. It was also on that same date, July 23rd, that we executed a search warrant at his premise. Police believe that there may be other victims. It's further alleged that he used aliases and the following email addresses, which you can see on the board over here. We have Abigail Davies with abbydavies429@gmail.com, Danica Pines @gmail.com, Maria Moon, zippym97@gmail.com, Natasha Z, natashamoo97@gmail.com, Jim Victory, jvictory@gmail.com, Ashton Gomez, ashton-gomez98@gmail.com. So as I said earlier, he used these email addresses to pose as a little girl to reach out to other teenage girls. Anyone with information, of course, is encouraged to contact police at Crime Stoppers at 416-808-8500. That is, of course, anonymous. You can also contact us online at www.222tips.com or text TOR and your message to crimes 274-637, or leave a tip on Facebook. You can download the free Crime Stoppers mobile app on iTunes, Google Play, or a BlackBerry app world. Reporting can also be made at the Canada National Tip Line for reporting online sexual exploitation at cybertip.ca. Do you have any questions?
You mentioned that there was one child lured. Did they meet in person?
I can't go into any specific details at this time, as this case is currently before the courts and the investigation is ongoing.
How he was contacting either this child or maybe other children, in case parents are wondering, well, how is it that we should look into whether our children are involved in this?
Well, what I can say is that he was using social media. So any children who are using social media through the internet on their computer should be monitored by their parents, and their parents should have at least a knowledge of who it is they're speaking to and any friends that they do make, they should be aware that these people may not be who they represent themselves to be on the internet.
Can you be more specific about which social media programs they were using, like Twitter or Facebook?
This particular investigation, I can't. But any social media, anyone, can be used to lure a child.
How long has this investigation been going?
For a period of 6 months.
Is the victim in Canada or in another part of the world?
The people that he spoke to were in Canada and other parts of the world. I can't say specifically which victim was where, but it is potentially international.
Is Toronto Police working in conjunction with any other police forces?
In most of our investigations, we do work in conjunction with other police services, either locally or internationally.
Can you say in this specific case?
I cannot.
who you might be working with?
Not at this time.
Okay. Was it a specific email that he was using to communicate with this girl, or was it all of them listed there?
It was one of the ones listed there. Yeah, but again, I can't say which one.
Okay, and when you guys went through the other emails, was there several contacts that he had made with other teenage girls or other?
That's still currently under investigation, and I don't have those details at this time.
So no numbers on like how many he may have been in contact with, or that you found out who he has been in contact with?
Not at this point. We're still in the preliminary stages, and we'll have that information later on in the investigation.
Are you looking for any other suspects in this case related to this case?
No,
How
So he was
specifically?
working alone then?
that's my understanding at this time. That may change with further investigation, but at this time, that's what I believe.
Was he known to police prior to this arrest?
No, he was not.
How did investigators catch him?
How did we catch him?
Yeah, did you guys have to go online and how did you guys find him?
In this case, there wasn't an online component, so what I believe you're referring to is the use of an undercover officer for an online investigation. That was not used in this case. The techniques that we use, though, I can't disclose. I'm sorry.
Was there a complaint made?
I can say yes, there was a complaint made, which we followed up on.
Was it like from a parent or?
Again, I can't give you that information at this time.
With the warrant that was executed, what sort of things did you find at his residence?
Generally, in our search warrants, we're looking for electronic devices, computers, USB cards, DVDs, that sort of thing. And, pardon me, in this case, we found similar items such as that. Again, I can't go into the details of what we found, as that's before the courts.
Does the suspect have any access to children, maybe through his job or volunteer work or anything of the sort?
Again, I can't disclose that information at this time. It's still part of the investigation, and it's before the courts, so there's details I can't give out.
Are there any further questions?
He's from Toronto, is that correct?
Yes.
Can you tell us what he does?
No, I can't. Again, it's before the courts. I wish I could, but I can't disclose the details until the courts deal with the matter.
What are you hoping from, by exposing the email addresses today? Are you hoping that parents or the people he might have been interacting with see these email addresses and recognize that?
That's correct, and hopefully, like I said, we believe there may be other victims, and we encourage any other victims to come forward if there are such.
So these email addresses, they are the, like, aliases he was using, but can you just explain a little bit about those email addresses?
Those were the aliases he was using, yes. So as I said, he was posing as a teenage girl's, except for the case of Jim Victory, obviously not a teenage girl name. And he was reaching out to other teenage girls online using these emails that we're aware of and possibly others that we're unaware of.
How long have you been at this?
As I said, we've been investigating for over 6 months.
Was he sharing images of himself, or was he sharing images of other teenage girls?
He wasn't sharing images of himself, no. He was sharing images of other teenage girls.
So I mean, these emails really are your only link to him for any girls who might have had contact with him. I mean, these emails are the only link that you guys have.
That's correct.
So, sorry, you said that he's charged with making child pornography, possessing it, but was he sending it out anywhere or posting it online or anything like that?
We have one charge where it is alleged that he made available child pornography, where he did post an image to the internet.
And was there a specific type of victim, that an age range, and
Teenage girls,
just always the same?
yes.
Okay.
Can you say older teenage girls, or can you say younger teenage girls? I mean, for a parent who might be watching, you know, that's a pretty broad spectrum, right? A teenage girl can be anything from 13 to 18.
Well, as I can say, he was charged with luring a child under 16 years, so you can take your cue from that. Under 16 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That concludes today's conference. The photos and the news release are available online.